The third leg of the triad that we'll be dealing with is oxygen. And for our fire building technique, the way we put all the materials together to actually light them is what supplies the oxygen in the platform and brace technique. So platform and brace. For the platform, we're looking for wood that is about the diameter of your thumb, maybe even the diameter of one of your fingers. You don't need a lot. I see students making the mistake where they'll actually put together something that's 1.5 feet, 2 feet wide. It's not that that won't make it work, it's just not necessary. The brace is the secondary portion of this, and what I do is I put the brace into the wind. So in this particular case, we've got a really slight breeze that's coming from this direction, so the wind is blowing towards us. Now, the platform and brace, the platform keeps the tinder and the initial fire away from the wet ground and from getting involved and everything like that. What we end up doing next is lighting it up, and this eventually will become part of the fire. So our first materials that we've gathered, they're the toothpick size materials, standing dead, as we've already talked about. We're going to take that first set of materials, we're going to place our cotton and Vaseline here on a little piece of aluminum foil, light it up, and then we're going to lay that first set of tinder down just like that. And the way that this process works, the wind is coming from this direction. We have a column of hot gas that's coming up off of the burning cotton boll, and that hot gas as it rises is replaced by fresh oxygen coming in from both sides. So because of the way that this brace is set up, there's plenty of air underneath. It breathes just fine. The displaced air that rises up is replaced over here and we get a natural draft. It almost breathes and we don't have to blow on it. If necessary, you want a little bit of extra oxygen, you can lift up the brace and it'll give it just that little extra oxygen that you're looking for. Now that we're ready to start, I'm going to take my aluminum foil, as we mentioned before. All that's going to do is trap that little bit of melting cotton and Vaseline, that little bit of petroleum jelly as it gets hot. I'm going to fish out one of my cotton balls. Now, for the most important step for using cotton and petroleum jelly, I'm going to grab a hold of both sides of that cotton ball and I'm literally going to tear it in half only once. Don't make the mistake of jamming it back together and then pulling it apart again, and jamming it back together and pulling it apart again. You don't need to do that. What we're doing is we're creating, with just that one pull apart, all of these thin, wispy fronds of cotton that will catch a spark and start to burn almost immediately. Pick the two bases back together, stick them right on the platform, and now I'm ready to light. Now that the sparks have lit the cotton ball on fire, I've actually got plenty of time. I don't have to be in a huge rush because I've done my homework and gotten things ready to go. I'm going to take my brace, put it right here at the base of where it's burning, and I'm going to take the first set of toothpick sized materials. I'm not going to make another common mistake, and that is one sticking the fire. I'm going to take this entire set of materials and simply place it right down over the top of that burning. Almost immediately you'll notice that the tinder starts to burn. As soon as you see flame above, that means it's time to put on another layer. So I'm going to put on the rest of my thin materials, and I start moving up the chain as far as size and diameter of the materials that I'm going to be burning. Again, once it's through onto the top, I'm going to take the entire set, I'm going to put it right on the top. And I think everyone would agree at this point we've got more than just cotton and Vaseline burning. And now we can move up to our finger-sized materials, and we've got a fully sustained fire in the works. Now that the fire is burning, we've got our initial materials running at about a 90-degree angle. I'm going to put kind of this first layer of sustaining fuels on there. And now at this point, because we've got a fully sustained fire that's actually burning, you could start with your log cabin, your teepee, however it is that you've built a fire before, but use the platform and brace to get it started.